So much excitement and hype about this film. Dr. Lonnie J. Avi Brooks studies Afrofuturism and is an associate professor of communications at Cal State East Bay. He's here with me now. Lonnie, great to have you with us. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
This term Afrofuturism has been around since the early 90s, but the ideas around it have been around for decades. Talk about what Afrofuturism is.
Yes, I mean, Afrofuturism is an artistic and literary and now academic movement to kind of reframe what it means to be black away from just a colonial discourse to one that is about the black imagination. And for so long, that's kind of been underestimated, what that entails. I mean, but it's began with spirituals too, about how we as hybrid innovators in a new world imagined a place devoid of most of our ancestral traditions. Okay. And that we had to innovate on that.
And it's sort of a blend of technology and future look at the world and also cultural traditions.
Right, it's science fiction with a black lens.
That's what it is, basically.
Yeah.
And this film takes place in a fictional country that never was colonized, and it's an entirely different view than we've seen before. Why is it so important for the African American community?
Well, to see a space that hasn't been colonized is amazing, because it allows us to imagine what a black future can be that isn't oppressive, that includes all people, recognizes and respects them, and actually shows what they're capable of. You know, I mean, so often we hear the slave narratives of how we were oppressed, but among the slaves were people who were scientists, who were inventors, who imagined, who were poets. You know, and
amazing stories of innovation and triumph.
Exactly.
That sometimes get pushed to the side for the other bigger stories sometimes that people choose to tell about the history of slavery.
Exactly.
Now, this film is just the beginning, I suspect. With the kind of hype and success this film is expected to generate, what do you anticipate going forward from this movie?
Well, I think we're going to see more films, more science fiction that is inclusive of black people, that shows black lives outside the box, that shows them on different worlds, different planets, you know, in more substantive science fiction. I mean, we see it happening, you know, in films like The Expanse, or even in The 100, you know, science fiction of that sort. But I think we're going to see that Hollywood finally will say we can do all black casts around science fiction, and I think that's so exciting.
It's certainly great for the larger African American community and great for African American actors, because these films will be made in greater frequency, I suspect. And it really does make a statement about where we are and where we could be.
Exactly. I mean, you know, I'm part of a podcast called the Afrofuturist Podcast, and what we are trying to do is create a talent distribution network of minority talent that, you know, corporations want to know. Where can we find the black imagination?
All right, now Lonnie, you're seeing this movie tonight at 7 o'clock. 2 hours from now, you're going to get the popcorn, the soda, and sit there. Are you really excited?
I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
Are you worried you built it up too much?
You know, I'm just going to be unfettered here. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to I'm going to enjoy myself, right. You know, and I just need something to wear.
Yeah, you can't just wear just ordinary clothing. Yeah. It won't work. I'm probably seeing it this weekend, so let me know what you think.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Lonnie, very much. We appreciate you coming in. Dr. Lonnie J. Avi Brooks with Cal State East Bay. Enjoy the film.
Thank you.
Talking about Black Panther today. So much excitement about this movie.